80% of Move On members believe Schumer is failing to lead opposition against Trump.
I think he is in bigger trouble now. My guess is that he won't be leader of the party in 2027.
Now, the House Minority Leader may also have to watch his back. The New York Times reporting New York City Councilman Chio Say, a close ally to newly elected Mayor Zohran Mamdani, is preparing to launch a challenge to Hakeem Jeffries, telling the Times he'd been hearing a lot of concern about Democratic Party leadership. All of this as the party tries to figure out if the shutdown was worth it, what they stand for, and who is leading them.
Yeah, this is interesting. And the government shutdown is over. Donald Trump signed legislation to reopen the government. And so that part's over. But the real damage is the Democratic Party. And I tried to warn them about this, and they didn't listen, obviously, because I'm just a right-wing commentator as far as they're concerned. But I mean, quite frankly, we knew from the beginning that everything that they were trying to do, the premise that they were arguing from, it was just fatally flawed from the beginning, because they literally thought they could exploit the pain and suffering of Americans in order to accomplish legislative agendas. The main thing being the Affordable Care Act subsidies, which, by the way, didn't even make it into this agreement as far as, they wanted the extension of the benefits. There will be a discussion. There will be a debate. There will probably be a different framework for addressing those things, which is the way it should have been from the beginning. But again, the Democrats went all in on this, and they should have bailed. They should have folded sooner. This is a fold. It's a complete loss for the Democrats. And quite frankly, it does expose the Democrats for who they are, right? Which is a group of radical left-wing progressives. You have a Mamdani ally that is, looking to get involved in these elections. Obviously, Chuck Schumer is facing pressure from within the party. And I've been telling you guys this for a while. The Democratic Party is not the Democratic Party that you are used to. It is changing, and it is rapidly evolving into something that, in my opinion, is just completely incompatible with American society. Obviously, you have folks like John Fetterman, who, by the way, in my opinion, has been showing a much more reasonable approach. And look, I can deal with people like him. I've been putting a lot of pressure on our Maryland Democrats. Look, they are aligning themselves with the Democratic Socialists like Mamdani, right? There are Maryland federal legislators that have endorsed that man, that are wanting to take things in that direction. That's not something I can deal with. I can deal with traditional Democrats. We can have a discussion and a debate. The problem is you don't have any traditional Democrats here in Maryland. So we'll have to see what the Democrat Party does to this. Again, the Republican Party has its issues, but the Democratic Party is dealing with a huge identity crisis.